I start saying healthy living is meant for the rich people. I can't do that. If you don't say I'm rich, I can, start doing everything that has to do with healthy living. But they don't really understand what healthy living is, and they don't know the tips on how to go about.
Not make drug as your food. Let your food be your drug. Hi, welcome to the Shows podcast. My name is Sarah Shows, and welcome to my channel. Today, I have a very special guest on the show today, and she's the person of Coach Fauzi. She's an health coach. Thank you for joining me today.
Yes, thank you so much for having me on the show. It's a great privilege, and I do say that whenever people get to call us to advocate more, preach about healthy living, I'm always glad and happy to be there. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining me. So I want you to just briefly introduce yourself to us.
Okay, so my name is Fauzia Tarushulu, and popularly known as Coach Fauzi, CF for short, and I'm a nutrition coach, a graduate of Moshi Dabula Polytechnic, and also graduate from Help ETC, professional course, food safety. And yeah, just a bit about me. I'm also an author of the masterpiece of healthy living.
Wow, that's great. Thank you so much for that. You mentioned something. You said when it comes to healthy living, anything about healthy living, they would always find you there, right? You are more or less like an advocate when it comes to people eating healthy and also maintaining good healthy lifestyle. So today's topic is actually about maintaining healthy lifestyle and also eating healthy in the current economic situation, right? People would always complain, oh, things are very expensive. How do you expect me to stay healthy? Things are this, things are always, the prices are always increasing every day. So I'll put it to you, Coach Fauzi. If someone should come to you and just explain to you that I don't really earn so much, but then I want to maintain healthy lifestyle. What advice would you give to the person?
Okay, thank you so much for that question. Actually, more like this is what I get from a lot of people when we start to advocate to them about staying healthy, and people get to be like, things are expensive. Healthy living is meant for the rich people. I can't do that. It is until I'm rich, I can, start doing everything that has to do with healthy living. But the main thing is a lot of people do not know how to act. Okay, let's just say they don't really understand what healthy living is, and they don't know the tips on how to go about it, and they can't even act. When I talk about act, meaning to be able to know what to do to stay healthy. So most times I try to give them a basic explanation of what healthy living is. The healthy living does not have to do with your food eating alone, like whatever you're putting into your body alone. It's not just about your physical look alone. It also has to do with your mental health and your spiritual well-being. So if you are an individual, you are not connected with your creator very well, you are not living healthy. If you are someone that does not sleep very well, you are not living healthy. You are someone that you do not even care about your physical look. You're moving around, wearing dirty clothes. You're moving around, you don't, make a good hair. You're moving around, your skin is not glowing. Those kind of things are what we had up to tell you that, oh, you're staying healthy, you are healthy. And, the bigger part of it is the food we eat. So if we are not, I do come back to the aspect of biology because every one of us go through secondary school and we're able to do biology. So we all understand what cells is, and cells is the fundamental unit of life. So I do tell people that if your cells, you have millions of cells in the body that brings, come up together to give us the tissues, to give us the body system that we have, the eyes, the ears, everything. The cells are what come together to be able for us to get an eye, for a working eye, for an active ear, for a good sense, sense of feeling. So if we do not feed our cells with the right nutrients, the cells will not multiply themselves, replenish for them to get us to the active. So it means that it does not have to do with your food alone. does not have to be do with your physical look alone. It has to do with your mental health and spiritual health. So spiritual well. So we try to make people understand that even though you might not be able to eat as well as you want to, please make sure that your physical well-being is very top notch, your mental well-being is doing amazing well, and your spiritual well-being is okay. And there are also ways you can eat healthy without spending too much. So those are the things that we let people know about when it comes to staying healthy in this
That,
economical
wow,
situation.
that's so. Let's just say that maintaining healthy lifestyle actually encompasses everything, both physical, mental, spiritual too. You mentioned spiritual too, and then all
Exactly.
aspects of someone's life. It is actually what encompasses maintaining good healthy lifestyle, right? But you said there is a way you can eat healthy without breaking your bank, right?
Yes, yes.
So can you explain to us how we can eat healthy without breaking our bank, like eating on a budget?
Okay. So I think I will have to go to the fundamental aspect where we get to know about balanced diet. And I feel like a lot of us do not understand much about balanced diet. That is why we feel like if we are not wealthy, we can't eat well. And there's something we
Mm,
call about the seasonal foods. The seasonal foods are very cheap. They are not expensive. Like the food that yes,
yeah,
that are in vogue. You can see them everywhere. They are not expensive. Not like food that you don't see them always. Take for example, watermelon is always available. Pineapple
yeah,
also have its own seasoning. There are fruits and vegetables.
yes,
Carrots is also there. And we have foods. We have beans is always available. We have rice is always available. We have wheat. And now this is where I'm going to talk about the action. Wheat is not that expensive because people do not pay attention to it, and that is one of the things that give a lot of nutrients to the body. Whole grains. Ofada
yeah,
rice is very expensive. But whole grains, when it comes to ofada rice, is a very good brown rice that gives a lot of nutrients to the body than the normal white rice we eat. But it is quite
it's everybody
expensive.
that can
But
afford
if you
it.
can make sure that yes, so if we can make sure that means once in a month we get to eat okada rice, it's a good one. If we can't get okada rice, that is why we have wheat. We also have wheat spaghetti. You do not have to you do not have to get all this conventional spaghetti every time. You can go for a good spaghetti. You can go for oats. Oats are not that expensive. These are foods that will give us the nutrients, a lot of nutrients we get in our body because they are all grains. So when we go for seasonal food, we go for food that are not really expensive and cheap. We get to act every aspect of eating healthy.
These are foods that we can eat and help us to stay healthy without breaking banks, without spending too much of our money. I was talking about oats. Oats is also very, very good because we need a lot of whole grains in our body.
But it seems like oats is kind of expensive. I don't know. I really don't take
Okay.
oats, but some people complain that oats is expensive. Basically, for people living in Nigeria, because currently I'm in Nigeria, everything is expensive. All this thing I'm mentioning is actually expensive. The mango alone self is expensive. Of course, it's something we can buy. Orange that we used to buy like maybe like 20 naira or 15 naira as of then, one orange now is like 100 naira and it doesn't even have enough
Even
water in it.
apple.
So
Apple too is
how,
also
how
very
do you expect
expensive.
people to achieve that?
So the thing now is when I talk about seasonal food, I was just mentioning those food when they are in their season. So we
Yeah.
have food, we have fruit and vegetables that are in season that are not expensive like the other ones. So if we want to really hack how to stay healthy in the aspect of eating healthy, we should just make sure that we go for foods that are in season and which are cheap. And then when we are getting those foods, we should also understand that has to do with balanced diet because a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
people
true.
I was talking about people Nigerians doing 101, 110, or 011. I mean breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So it's either they don't take their breakfast, they go for lunch and dinner. It's either they take breakfast, go take lunch, and go for dinner. Everything has to be inaccurate. So, and a lot of people do not understand that breakfast does not have to do with something very, it has to do with light food. You don't have to eat every food during breakfast. Just make sure that whatever you are eating is in balanced diet. Whatever you're taking into your body system, make sure they are food that will give your cells nutrients. I was talking about oats. I know oats is quite expensive at some areas, but we have local oats. That is some of the things that people do not know about. We have local oats.
Which
If you
one
go
is
to the
local?
market where they sell wheat, and you can ask them for oats, they have it. They might not
Really?
be putting it, yes, they are local oats.
Wow.
They are not, every time is not the packaging stuff. I know the packaging stuff might be expensive, but they are local oats. You can get local oats, you can get local wheat. They are good for the body. Soya beans is there, guinea corn is there. Those are nutritious foods. They have a lot of nutrients that the body needs, and we need a lot of whole grains in our body. A lot of people take a lot of carbohydrates, and this carbohydrate is not that it is not good for our body. It is good for our body, but we do not need excess of it in our body. If we get to have excess of it, then it's gonna damage our body system. And I call this cardiovascular diseases family members. Once someone is a diabetes patient, automatically um hypertension will come and pay a visit. It's not even pay a
Yeah,
visit. They just
definitely.
come and
Come
say,
up
oh
with.
yeah, oh, give me one room there. Arthritis is there, kidney problem is there, liver problem is there. That's one funny thing about these health conditions. They call themselves. Once one is in the body, the other will go and, oh yeah, come, come, come. I think I have 3 bedroom apartment. So yeah, you guys can take one room, enjoy
No way.
yourself. So that is what they do to the body, and
That's
our
good.
food that we are eating helps a lot. So if we are not eating the right food that we need into the body, the body system will not grow well. The cells will not replenish for the body system to be active, and then we fall sick. A lot of people
Yeah.
do not pay attention to their body system. Do not make drug as your food. Let your food be your drug. It means that eat something to make your body stay healthy, and don't fall sick. Then you start depending on drug. Drug can never be food. Drug will only
Hmm.
help you to recuperate. If they even while you're taking drug, doctors will tell you that make sure you have good food before they can prescribe drug for you. They'll tell you to eat first because they know that it's the food that will help the cells to to be balanced, to be replenishing. If you are even
Yeah.
taking drug on a body system that does not have good food into the system, the drug is not going to work. So that's just it.
You're right. A lot of people feel that it's until when they start feeling like their body is already telling them it's time to rest. I think I'm tired. I need a break. And then that's that at that point they start running to
The
looking
hospital.
for unhealthy diet or healthy stuff that they want to, just to kill whatever thing that is there. But at that point, you have to use medication and then you can also add other things to it. Fact that a lot of people, I know for sure that we are actually blessed in Nigeria when it comes to
Yeah.
food, but we don't have we don't know the things that God has blessed us with. We just stay with the peripheral food that we see available in the market. But if you go deeper into those markets, you will see that there are a lot of things that you don't know. And you're like, this thing
Yes.
actually is this thing actually is it like that. I want to advise somebody very close to you on how to manage, maintain healthy lifestyle and also eat healthy without breaking bank on a friendly budget.
So I think I would just do a breakdown of what we call the RED: rest, exercise, and diet. Now, for me to explain of how to stay healthy, you need to know more about RED. And RED has to do with the rest, exercise, and diet. For an individual, you have to rest at least 8 hours a day. You need to have that good rest. You need to have that good sleep. 8 hours, at least 8 hours on a daily basis. That also help with your mental health. Now we also have the exercise. A lot of people think that exercise has to do with people that are athletic. It is not athletic people alone that do exercise. Do you understand? A lot of people think that maybe people that go to the gym, that's the people that can do exercise. You do not have to go to the gym. You do not have to register for the gym before you can do exercise. At a comfort zone, I mean your home, you can do a lot of exercise. And then we are so fortunate that the internet is giving us so many things that we do not even pay for. You get to see app that will show you exercise that you can do without having a coach, a fitness coach. But I do tell people that don't do more than your body. So you have to study your body to know the kind of exercise to do. Don't say because
Yes.
one person is doing 20 press up and you have not been doing press up for a very long time and you started doing 20 press up. You want to you want to break your bone. So you have to make sure that you follow what your body system can do. So you need a coach fit. You
But you
need a
start
fitness coach.
gradually.
Yeah, exactly. You need a fitness coach to put you through if you can't do much or you don't know how to go about it. Then we have the diet. I think I've been able to talk about the diet earlier when I talk about eating healthy, making sure that we make our food to be balanced diet in our breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Don't skip meals. We need to understand that. Don't skip meals. Even if you don't have much to eat, make sure that you feed yourselves at those period of time. So there's something we call the food pyramid. The food pyramid has to do with how you should make sure that you inculcate it into your eating during breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Make sure that you are having a lot of whole grains, a lot of fruit and vegetables, minimum of protein, minimum of carbohydrates, and then yes, whole grains, fruit and vegetables, carbohydrates, and protein. Carbohydrate and protein should not be too much in our body, but we should have a lot of fruit and vegetables and whole grains. So those are the things that we need to look into when it comes to healthy living. If you want to stay healthy, you don't have to be somebody that eats alone. You have to make sure that the three are balanced. The rest, you have to have a good rest. The exercise, you have to be doing exercise on a daily
Yes.
basis. Actually, 5 times in a week if you can't do it on a daily basis. And make sure that you eat healthy. It's
Mm.
important. So that is those things, and I think that has covered what I said from the beginning of this presentation. That physical look, mental health, and our spiritual well-being with what we put into our body that has to do with our physical being. They have to work hand in hand for us to say that you are staying healthy and you are, and had a good ambassador of healthy lifestyle. So those are the things we need to look into.
Wow. That's great. Thank you so much for that. I also want to say that for me, I like going to the gym because I'm very lazy. So if you think that if you are staying at home, you cannot, that exercise is not going to work, please
Yeah,
try yourself to where people will ginger you and you get more motivation. Because this thing is about motivation, right? So if you think that's the best thing, go to the gym. Let them motivate you in the gym. But it's not a
and
must.
sorry to cut in. And I
Yeah.
think there's also something very important. Community is also important. So if you want to stay
Definitely.
healthy, you need to find a community that are doing that so that you can stay in line with it. I said something about discipline and commitment. Discipline and commitment is very important. If you want to stay healthy and you don't discipline yourself, my dear, you fall out of track. So you have
That's
to
true.
discipline yourself and you have to be committed to it. You have to also be consistent. If you are not
Mm.
consistent on healthy living, say no. Before you know it, you just see yourself. And I think I did not talk about something which is called the BMI, the body mass index. Body mass
Okay.
index is something that will help you to indicate your body fat. So if you want to know your body mass index, you just get the measurement of your weight and height. So what you get to do is your weight divided by your height raised to power 2. Whatever result you get, go on Google, check for the BMI table. So what your result is like, take for example, somebody below 18.5, that is underweight. Someone from 18.5 to 28.0, that is normal weight. Someone from 29 point to 30.0, that is overweight. And someone from 30 to 30 upward, that is obese. And for you to be in normal, you have to keep checking up your weight and your height. If you are
Yeah.
overweight or obese or underweight, my dear, that's health conditions coming to pay a visitation if you don't pay attention to your health. So we also need to take um cognizance of our body mass index, cognizant of our RED, rest exercise diet. Those are the things that we need to look into when we want to stay healthy.
That's great. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so before you go, I wanted to talk about your book, right? And also your brand.
Book was actually brought out of passion. I think I love talking about healthy living, so I feel like not everybody might have access to me talking to them one on one or doing presentation. So
Okay.
I feel like my book can travel around the world and go global. So that is the main reason why I took my time to write down every knowledge about healthy living. Now, piece of healthy living is something that is meant for everybody. Like everybody, we all want to stay healthy. We don't want to be sick to go to the hospital. So when you want to stay healthy, you want to know everything that has to do with healthy living. The tiniest thing that has to do with healthy living, just get masterpiece of healthy living. So Healthy Sphere Global is more of like talking about everything that has to do with healthy living, helping people to understand what healthy living is all about. That is what the brand is about. So
Oh, that's
you can get to communicate with us on all social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Healthy Sphere Global is available.
Thank you. So how can people reach out to you? I mean, your social media handle.
Personally, on Instagram, on Twitter, I am Coach Fauzi. But my full name, Orunsholu Fauziat Ayomiku, is on Facebook and is also on LinkedIn, and Coach Fauzi also on TikTok.
Thank you so much, Coach Fauzi, for today's coming on the show today. I really appreciate it, and I've learned a lot about maintaining good healthy lifestyle and also eating healthy. You don't have to break the bank before you can eat healthy.